NewsNation is on the road this fall, bringing you important election coverage and stories from all across the country. And today we wanted to spend a little bit of time in the state of Nevada, taking a closer look at the issues important to our nation's Hispanic voters. In a new poll from the New York Times and Siena College, it is clear that the economy is the #1 issue for Latino and Latina voters, but they're also basically split on which party they think can fix that issue. NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin joining us live from Vegas this morning. Hello to you, Brian. So that poll also shows that Democrats still carry most of the Hispanic vote. More and more are leaning Republican, though. So you talked to some people about why they switched. I'm curious as to what they said.
Yeah, it was really fascinating, Marni. You know, there is a massive Latino population here in Nevada. 1 in 5 voters in Nevada is Latino, and the races are close. They're close all over the country, but they're especially close here, especially the Senate race. It is within the margin of error, and this trend of Latino voters switching from Democrat to Republican, it could really have an impact. Dominguez is proud of her Latino roots. She was born in Mexico, moved to El Paso, joined the Air Force, and now lives in Las Vegas with her 2 sons.
It seems like there's this assumption with a lot of people that most Latinos are Democrat, but that's not always the case.
I remember when I was a little kid and I asked my mom, what is a Democrat and what is a Republican in the back of a car. I was a little kid, and my mom turned around and looked at me and she was like, "Mija, the Democrats are for poor people and the Republicans are for rich people, and we're poor, so we're Democrats."
For most of her life, Lydia says she identified as a Democrat. She voted for Obama twice, but says she slowly started shifting.
It wasn't just overnight, but I didn't know I was conservative until I really looked at myself and looked at my values and said, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in having, to medicate your children to change genders. I don't believe in this movement anymore.
She says she's concerned about the economy, high taxes, and what she calls socialist policies also causing her to shift right. Lorena Cardenas also plans to vote for all Republicans in the midterms.
I realized growing up and, with in the minority group with Hispanics, I did see a lot of poverty. A lot of people were on welfare, and I noticed that that was a huge incentive to keep voting Democrat. Yet it was all the Democrat policies that were very much contradicting the way our values were aligned. We weren't aligning with Democrat values, yet we kept voting for Democrats because we wanted that incentive, the handout.
A New York Times poll out last week shows that most Latinos will still vote for Democrats, but the margins are shrinking, and we're on our way to the Nevada Democratic Party office to ask them what they make of all of this.
Hi, how are you? I'm Brian Entin.
Judith.
Nice to meet you.
Judith Whitmer is the chair of the Nevada Democratic Party.
Some of the Latinos we've spoken to, though, said they almost felt like they were taken for granted by the Democratic Party because everyone just assumes that they're going to be Democrats.
I think that's a common mistake that probably both political parties have made in the past, is that you assume that certain demographics are loyal to your party based on this or based on that.
Whitmer says Democrats in Nevada have a Latino outreach group trying to keep Hispanics dedicated to the party. She believes inflation is causing some to shift.
I think anytime that happens, the current administration takes the major blame for that, when in reality, there's a whole series of things that cause inflation.
But Lydia says while yes, the economy was part of her decision to become a Republican, it's more about social issues. She says she has felt disrespected by the Democrats.
Do you think sometimes Democrats almost talk down to Latinos?
Yeah, I think the Latinx thing was really weird and not appropriate. I think sometimes they don't think that we're smarter than what we are, that we're ignorant. I think that they treat us as children at times with little kitten gloves, and they don't treat us with the respect that we deserve.
So the Democrats are trying to fight back against all of this, Marni. They're out on the streets. They're trying to make the push that they are for the working Latinos, that they're for the unions that represent so many of the Latinos that work here on the Strip in the hotels and the casinos and the businesses. It's been very interesting, though, Marni. Our next stop is Pennsylvania. We're going to be there for you on Friday. And what's interesting about Pennsylvania is the opposite is happening there. Here, we're seeing the Republicans turn to the Democrats turn to Republicans. In Pennsylvania, the opposite is happening. You've got Republicans who are shifting and becoming Democrats. So we'll have that for you on Friday, Marni.
And every state equally important. 6 weeks from now, the question will be what drives people to the polls. All right, Brian, we'll see you in Pennsylvania. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.